the Zoom. All right, guys. So once again, you're welcome to La Prinzo World Academy. Today, we would analyze the Forex market. We're going to trade Forex. On Fridays, we look at the Forex market and see how we can, also trade the Forex market. Remember that you can use your derivative account to always trade the market. So let's get started. Now, the very first thing we need to do is to go to Forex Factory. If you don't have, you need to go to this website called forexfactory.com. You click on the calendar. All right. Once you get to the calendar, you look at the news. So let's say you want to trade. Let's say you come here and you look for filter, because the news of the day usually impacts the movement of the market. The news of the day usually impact the movement of the market. So you come here and you want to filter the currencies you are trading. Say, for instance, look at here, we have these are the also things you need to consider. If you click on this red button, you see high impact expected. If you click on this one, you see medium impact expected. So I only tick this one. This one is high impact expected. So I want to see news about only high impact news. Then if you leave this one here, you can leave this one like this. Then this other side, currencies. If you are trading only Euro, because I was looking at only Euro USD, but now let's say I want to add GBP USD to my watch list. I'm going to click on GBP. I have USD already. So if I come here, I'm going to click apply filter. Now, once you do this, you're going to see news of the day about the countries. Today, Friday, we have, okay, that was around 7 a.m. There was a retail sales, let's open it. We're seeing change in the total value of inflation adjusted sales at the retail level. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So the forecast was 0.3. All right. Now the actual is 1.2. So it means that GBP USD is actual greater than forecast is good for currency. It means that that period GBP USD will have a lot of movement going to the upside. So let's look at the GBP USD market and see what really happened. Let's analyze the GBP USD market and see how we can place a trade. So GBP USD. All right. So I'm going to remove everything. I'm going to remove everything here. So we'll go. All right. So this is GBP USD. The first thing, you want to see the market on a higher time frame perspective. You want to know if the market is actually bullish. When I say market is bullish, I'm talking about when the market is, doing higher high and higher lows. That's when the market is bullish. When the market is bullish, the market will do higher high and higher lows. That is a bullish market. So for example, let me is what I mean. When you see a market that is bullish, so let's see. This is an uptrend movement. Market will do this. So if you look at this market is bullish. According to the weekly time frame, this market is bullish. Is bullish. So all right, so this is an uptrend. Clearly, you can see that the market is an uptrend. So we are going to look for trade opportunity based on the fact that we have seen that the market is an uptrend. So let's go to daily time frame. So daily time frame also, you can see clearly that even the daily, we are seeing this market to be going up. So daily is also telling us that the market is a buy. All right. Look at the market for daily time frame. Market is all right. So daily also telling us that the market is bullish. So once you have this understanding that the daily, the weekly has given you a direction of the market, what do you look for? You now look for buy opportunity. So let's go back to 4 hours time frame. Let's go for 4 hours time. Let's map out. But before I go to 4 hours time frame, let me see. Let me delete all this. I'm going to remove all this, and then let's map up our daily key levels where we're seeing potential bounce back of the market. All right. You've seen that this is a very strong support level, very strong support and resistance level. It's a zone. So you need to take note of that because market reacts on those zones. Now we have seen that the market is an uptrend. So what we'll be doing, looking out for is we look for only buy opportunities because the market has given us clear direction that the market is an uptrend. So let's go to 4 hours time frame and see areas where we can take trades. So this market is on a clear zone here. It's a 4 hours time frame. All right. So you need to see the direction that the market is now clearly on this zone. If you look at this market here, let me go to 2 hours time frame. So the market has taken another high here. There's a kind of a minor zone. This is I would say it's a minor zone. So we are going to be looking for buy opportunities when price breaks out of our zone. So let's look out for possible breakout to the upside because the market has, based on the daily and the weekly time frame, we have seen that this market is indeed is a bullish market. So what do you do for? You look for bullish. You have buying mindset. All right. So you have buying mindset. You're not thinking about selling because you have seen that the market is an uptrend. So what we are going to be looking for now for GBP USD is for the market to push up. If we break above this our zone, all right. If we break above this our zone and it gives us a double top, a double bottom. If it breaks above this our zone, can also have a trend line here. All right. So this is clearly a trend line. What is a trend? A trend is when price makes series of higher high and higher lows. For those of us who are new, an uptrend is, I just showed you an uptrend. Uptrend is what you see when I display here. Here is my two. So obviously this market is a downtrend. I mean an uptrend. what you're seeing here is, well, we expect this market to break out of this zone. Let it break out of this zone. If it breaks out of this zone like this, if it breaks out of this zone and they give us some kind of double top, no, double bottom. I'm looking for my drawing tools. Look at my drawing tools. All right, so we expect this market to break out from here. Then give us a double bottom, chart pattern. When you give us a chart pattern, we look for buy opportunity for this Euro USD. GBP USD. So let's go to 15 minutes time frame. All right. So 15 minutes time frame, you see market is struggling here. So for GBP USD, let us wait for GBP USD to break out of this zone. If it breaks out of this zone, then we are going to look for market to give us a chart pattern to break out and give us double bottom pattern or W shape. If it gives us that kind of W shape, when I mean double bottom, I mean something like this, something like this. If you give us something like this here, look at this. If you give us something like this here, we are going to buy. We are going to buy this GBP USD because it's a zone. Your chart pattern must happen on a zone. Like here, this was a signal. When you see a market that is maybe a downtrend or an uptrend, if you see a market formed like this, a double bottom like this, it goes up and then it comes down again. These candles, this particular candles, at the end of this particular candlestick, you are going to take your buys and then put your stop loss below here. That's how you trade this market, because market usually react on this zone. So let's go to 4 hours time frame and see the next zone that the market may possibly, the next zone I can see here is here. So if we buy here, our take profit is going to be on this zone. Or if you are a very conservative trader, you can take your 2 into 3, something like that. Some people do 2 into 2, 1 into 3 rather, risk reward, 1 into 2, 1 into 2, 1 into 3 risk reward. But this is the zone that may react. If price breaks out of this zone again, if this is where you're going to take your profit. If price breaks out of this zone again, you expect the market to give us a chart pattern, like a W chart pattern or a double bottom pattern, and then you going in for a buy. So let's wait for GBP USD to give us that chart pattern. Let it break out of here. This place you're seeing here is a level. All right, it's a level that people have interest. This is a very strong level. You can see how rejections are happening. Look at the rejections happening here. Rejections are happening here. So let us wait for this market to break out of this zone, give us a chart pattern. But when it breaks out, it will come back to retest this zone again, and then give us a chart pattern, and then we look for buy opportunities again. Because one, we have seen that the market is on an uptrend. That's the most important thing. Let me look at Euro USD as well. The Euro USD is also giving us the same pattern. Let me remove all these things on Euro USD as well. Let me remove all my drawing on Euro USD. So first of all, for you to know, first look at the higher time frame. Let's look at the weekly time frame to see the Euro USD. The Euro USD as well is an uptrend. You can see how market has taken all these lows, all this consolidation. You can see that market has taken all this consolidation. So this market as well is an uptrend. It's an uptrend. So we are going to look for buy opportunities now that the market has given us, It's an uptrend. So let's see how to see where to trade. So go to lower time frame like daily to see, to map out our zones. Daily also showing you that this is a clear trend going on, clear uptrend going on right now. So what do you look for? You look for only buy opportunity, buy opportunities, because the market is trending to the upside. So right now, let's see 4 hours time frame. I'm trying to map out levels where the market. So we have seen one here. This is a level here. If you master drawing of levels, the master drawing of levels, you will not, you make money from this market, because everybody is looking at market from this level. People are either people who are buying from bottom, they are coming here to take profit. So for Euro USD, we expect the market to also break out of this level. Then we'll know what to do. Let's see if the market can react to maybe pull back to this level here. Is also here, right? So we expect also Euro USD, if we push back here, give us some kind of, now you're going to be watching it with a lower time frame. A lower time frame. Now look at what happened here. You see what I mean by a double bottom here. Look at, you see what market gave us here, a clear indication, a double bottom pattern. All right, market is giving us a double bottom pattern. It gave us a double bottom pattern here. So what that means that if you see a pattern like this, when you have a, if you have clearly mapped up your zones, and then you see a chart pattern like this, is a signal. This is with 1 hour time frame. It happens, you can see chart patterns happening in 4 hours time frame, chart pattern happening in even higher time frame like daily time frame. Is a very clear signal for you to look for buy opportunity. But first of all, you need to determine the actual direction of the market. If the market is a downtrend, that means you look out for chart patterns for sell, like here. When you look at it here, this pattern here, this is on 30 minutes time frame, because this was a pullback. Overall, that overall chart is telling you that the market is an uptrend. So when you see the market giving you from higher time frame, telling you the market is an uptrend, what you'll be doing now is to look for pullback. All right, this market react to these chart patterns very, very well, very, very well. So you need to look for pullback, and then you look for chart patterns that you see, that pattern that happens on key levels. So this is a key level. You see what happened. Let's go to 15 minutes time frame so you understand what I'm talking about here. You see this place here is a level, because it's a key level. When you see something like this happening on a key level, this is Euro USD. We saw this in GBP USD. Now we are seeing it on Euro USD as well. You see this kind of pattern. If you see something like this on a key level, then you want to take advantage of this kind of level pattern and then buy. Put your stop loss below. So let's see if we can have another minor. This is also another level we are seeing here. So let's also expect this market to react to this level here. Let's expect this market to come down here and give us a chart pattern like W, like this, double bottom, or a double top. Remember, any strategy that I'm teaching you here, you need to make up your mind to stick to that strategy. If you are going to be looking out for sharp patterns on key levels, that means you have to stick to that plan, that trading. That will be a trading system that you're going to be taking advantage of. So if market is not giving you that kind of pattern, it means that you are not going to place your trade, even if the trade is tempting you to trade. All right, you're only interested in the market that will give you chart pattern on key levels. If a chart pattern happen on, let's say, if you see a chart pattern happening here that is not your key level, it is not valid. You can't buy that market. And before you buy or sell, you need to use higher time frame to determine the overall trend of the market. I mean, if you understand what I'm saying, you need to use higher time frame to determine the overall direction of the market. Once you have that higher time frame perspective, okay, the higher time frame has told you that the market is an uptrend. What you'll be looking for is to look for chart patterns, all right, on key levels. How many of us understood what I'm saying? This is the strategy I use for forex trading. This strategy is you can even use for indices. You can also use this for indices. Know the direction of the market. But indices, I prefer breakout and retest I prefer using most of the time trend lines. I enjoy trend line trading with indices because indices trend a lot. You can see a market will just trend, but the forex market, the trend is not always available like that. So I prefer using trend lines for indices. But for forex market, you can see this chart pattern to take advantage of chart patterns. Good. So now we are expecting the Euro USD, the Euro. No, this is Euro. Okay, yeah, we're expecting Euro USD to. The last one we spoke about was GBP USD, right? Now this is Euro USD. So we are expecting Euro USD to give us a pullback to this level, or otherwise it will break out. Let's see if there is also a level here. This is a very simple price action strategy you can use. Very, very simple. Anybody can use this kind of strategy to trade. This is also another key level. All right. This is also another level. You are going to expect the market to break out of this level. Let it break out of this level so that we can look for buy opportunities. If it breaks out of this level again, all right. If it breaks out of this level, we'll look for, let me lock it. If it breaks out of this level and then come back and give us a retest, if it break out like this, and I mean, if you get out of this, where's my drawing to? Okay. So if this market break out, give us a kind of retest in the form of double bottom, and then we can buy and then maybe take our profit in this nice zone. So this is the pattern you use for trading the forex market. Is very, 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 very profitable. Strategy. Just study it. Also backtest it, see it by yourself, and see how it works. A very simple, straightforward trading pattern. You're not using indicators. You're not using anything. Simply by looking at the market, you identify all these key levels. You identify key levels, and then you make your trading decisions once price approach these key levels. Please, I mean, if you have any question, you can ask your questions because we have come to the end, because we are not okay. Now that is it. So we expect this Euro GBP, Euro USD to break out of this our level here, give us a pattern, a chart pattern like double top, double bottom. Then we buy the market. For double top, those who don't understand what is a double top, for example, for a downtrend, a double top is what you're seeing here. It's a market come down here, then go back again to retest that particular zone. So this is a double top example. So if this market is a downtrend market, this is a valid trade decision. You put your stop loss above here, then you sell. This is so you can, for you to enter the trade, you go back to 15 minutes or 5 minutes time frame. Once you have identified the direction, the overall direction of the market, you have identified the market trend. This is an uptrend. Then you've identified your key levels with this 4 hour time frame, daily time frame to see these key levels. Once you map out those key levels, what you'll be doing now is to look out for market to get to those key levels and then react with those on those key levels. Here was a good example of market reacting on key level. Here was a buy signal. Even here you're seeing is a sell signal, but I'm not tempted to sell this market because of what? The overall direction of the market is up. So we are only looking for a buy market now because the overall 1 hour, 4 hours is telling you that this market is not a downtrend. This, what you saw here, was a pullback, and you can see that the market has already broken out of that trend. This was a trend line, to the trend that was forming, but the pullback has ended, and the market is now trying to push to the upside. It may even come down to this level again. It may come down to this level again. If you come down to this level again, give us that double bottom pattern, you can still buy. Or if you break out to this particular level that it has rejected, give us a double bottom pattern, you still buy, take your profit on the next level. So that's how you use using key levels to make your trading decisions. All right. So if there's any question, please, you can indicate, because we have just 1 minute to go. There is any question, please, you can indicate. We have only 1 minute to go. Only 1 minute to go. I'm going to make this video available for everybody to watch again. After the class, I'm going to make it available. So maybe you are going to watch this video. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming. And again, I want to encourage you to keep on learning the secret about this business.